Scott Schroeder.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not bad at all. We got a very first for ECRS and Boomer Button Box here. First of all, we'll let you explain a little more about Boomer Button Box. Why don't you take the mic on that one?
Boomer Button Box is a button box company that I started. Sean's been helping me here a little bit with some Facebook marketing stuff, and yeah, we've been doing pretty good. So just selling button boxes to people, using them on iRacing, help sponsor leagues, and a few other races. We helped sponsor the Care for Kids 200. I think that was last weekend, 2 weekends ago.
I think
that was good. Yeah, so we're gonna do some more stuff like that, and just kind of started off something to help sponsor a few things here and there, and it's kind of grown pretty good. Kind of got in with iFlag and those guys there, and they're sponsoring a little bit, and we got Butt Kicker back on this year, so yeah, we got a pretty good league. So if anybody's looking for an F3 league, this was the first race of it. Still got a few spots open, so looking good.
Absolutely, yeah. It's all asphalt right now. AC, all asphalt here. It's going to be a fun season, like you said. A lot of giveaways, a lot of action. To get those giveaways, you got to get in 75% of the show. So finish 75% of these. That kind of helps encourage safe driving. It also helps encourage, the attendance, because sometimes if you're not in the lead or you're not in the top spot, it kind of falls off. We've seen that before. And also between the drivers here now, I think we got 13 on the track tonight, but really it's about what do we have? Like anywhere 16, 18 drivers? 16,
and we're going to top out at 24. So yeah, we're looking for, 6 to 8 more drivers right now. A few couldn't make the first race, which was fine. But yeah, we get this out. I think we'll probably get that full field before the end, and probably do this again next season too. So, and racing every other Friday night. So we're not racing every Friday night. So,
yep, it's going to be fun. Here's a little more action now. We'll go in. We'll see what we had this first week. Exciting week. We had
this will be the one and only rolling start because whoever set this thing up, being me, messed that up.
Don't get yourself too hyped up yet, because we've seen how you can tend to create sessions. So this might not be the only rolling start. We hope it
might not be. I'm gonna try to make it the only one.
We sure hope it is. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see if we can get the best out of you here. So here we go. We'll get this show on the road. They're 30-minute sessions here. They are
track temperature's falling.
So here
it's
we
now
go.
106
These guys
Fahrenheit.
pulling off. We'll get him off of here. We don't need him talking to us. These guys going away. And girl, I should say, is Emily Zandkamp is out there as well. A female out here racing. And very, very good. What did you say? I don't have I ratings on here, but as they hit the green flag, do you remember the
Emily
I
was
rating?
Emily was in the at just over 4,000, and then we call him East is in like 3,300.
So some pretty high I ratings. Here we go. Rolling start. These the field. I gotta get used to saying that. The field is underway, and they are off and going here into the inside. A good battle up here with Zandkamp and Easton. I'm not gonna try until I talk to Easton to pronounce that last name. So I do apologize. We'll just go with Easton here. And obviously you got two strong drivers there that are really, showing, gonna try to show here that they are the top. So it's gonna be a good watch there. Oop, hitting the curb a little. You had to be careful there with those curves.
You did.
Someone will grab you here.
Yep. Yes, for our league here, this is Max and Lewis, and then everybody else.
That's it. For a second, I'm over here like saying no, it's Emily and Easton. But I got you now. I'm with you. Let's see. Is anything else cooking up through the field? Oh, look at that handsome devil there. Sean Stevens. He's doing a good job holding his own.
Sean Stevens. He's got a good sponsor on that car, too, it looks like.
Looking pretty sharp there. A good shot of it. Right?
Oh, look at that boomer butt box right on the side of that.
Following Brad Haldane out in front of him.
This ain't Pocono.
Look at the 74 there.
Who's in the 74?
Like he knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not he did or not, that's another question. But Haldane going a little wide here, so Steven's going to try to take the inside. It looks like a little battle going on behind him between, is that Brandon and Biddy?
Yeah. It is. There seem to be some pretty good battles throughout most of the race.
It's Biddy the Pro. We'll say he is Biddy the Pro because this is a pro amateur. And Biddy falled in. He falled in. You like that? He fell in to that
the pro division.
Pro division. So he is Biddy the Pro. It's like Biddy the Great, but Biddy the Pro. I kind of like Biddy the Great too. Do you see? There he is, Dan Stevens, looking fine and fancy, coming down that back stretch there, that straightaway, I should say. Rennie's cheering on the Great Dane. See how Rennie, come on now. You're not going to cheer for Sean Stevens? Right there. Good-looking guy. Handsome devil, I'll tell you. What did you think was the hardest part of the track here?
For me, it's judging the last corner, because you can either go too fast or too slow and kill that straightaway. It's really, you got to be right on the edge there. That was the worst of the track for me. What about you?
I guess to really stay into it, I'll tell you in the F1. Whoa, you'd think it was right there. Let's see.
Whoa!
What happened here between the doofus Sean Stevens?
Oh, we
had a little.
Who was that?
Oh, lock up. Can you say it with me?
Who was that?
Lock up. That was Brandon Rutt here. So.
Oh, Brandon.
One more.
Yeah.
I just.
Oh, wow.
caught him there, and as I'm hitting him, I'm already apologizing. I hate doing that stuff. I hate it. I'll take one more look.
Well, we got some guys, running together who don't know each other. So yeah. Oh wow, yeah, big lockup, and
we both regain it though. Keep it going. It's a little spooky getting it off onto the track here.
I'm surprised you got a front wing left.
I for as goofy as this thing can tend to be, I would agree with you. This was a little.
Because in the officials, I barely got hit in the left rear wheel and too much damage to continue.
So at this point, like I don't have a meatball. I'm continuing. I'm going like hoping I'm gonna nail it out and get it good. Keeping my hopes up here, if you will. I think we got.
Mr. Judson says the first chicane was his trouble spot.
See in the F1 car, and that's who just joined us here on the show, Mr. Judson himself. But in the F1 car, I would 100% agree with that.
Yes, it was. With the F1 car, that first coming out of it was terrible.
I think, I don't know. I think that last chicane to really keep it on the edge, because there was a lot of times I felt myself not getting a good exit and really slowing up there. Whoa. Cracky on the
cracky, yeah.
How are you doing tonight, Mr. Judson?
I'm doing all right. For me, the issue was getting the first chicane. For some reason, the car was really back happy. The brake in the back would lock and go around on me.
Talk about back happy there. Cracky gets a little, I think he got some tire into the grass. And whoopsie. He kept it going, though. He didn't hit anything. Just did the old spin around.
Anthony, your question is, no, he's not talking and driving. He's not that talented.
I was going to go with that.
Yeah, we ran this race on Friday night, and we're rebroadcasting them on Sundays.
I was going to go with that. I was going to make
people think that you were that talented to be talking and I'm not that talented.
I mean, you got to give me a bone here every now and then,
What is wrong with my paint?
Goodness only knows with you, Scott.
I know. Look, it's all yellow and orange. Nothing what I run.
That's all I see. Let's see here. Let's see. Make sure we're all updated here, up to date.
Oh, mine and Scott looks good.
So yours does too. All right. Well, we're gonna work on the paint here. But Sand Camp, look at this. For the lead, these guys are staying within a half second of each other.
They're glued, yes.
You can see Judson back there, but these guys are
ridiculous.
Say that again.
Their pace is ridiculous. Like I was trying,
absolutely.
And I'm like, nope. I'm just gonna sit back and save myself. I'm gonna wreck if I don't.
I mean, you had another. What we got right now? 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds there on Brad. So you've got a decent. At that point, yeah, like you said, just keep the pace and hope to stay in that position. 74 trying to hold off the broken Cracky. I don't think he was hurt, damaged. We got lucky here, I think. Because I think that damage model, that got a lot of people. Where was it, Scott?
The damage model does end up getting Cracky. He gets some damage right now, and this new damage model, he went over that curve pretty hard. Whenever you do something like that, if you damage something, it'll get worse and worse and worse as the race goes. I think that comes back and bites Mr. Cracky here in a little bit.
So here's the beautiful, handsome 33 driving up through the field.
Yeah, your paint is there. I'm not sure about anybody else's, but we'll get that sorted out.
Cracky doing a good job holding the steady. Now both of you guys are going in. You're going in for an early pit here because, heck, it's only lap, 3 or 4 for us here?
4, yes. I could fill up, make it to the end from here, and I didn't want to be in the traffic. I wanted clean air.
And there's a lot of tracks that I would agree with you that sometimes I try to cut it short. What about you, Juddy? Do you like to sometimes find a little clean air? Do you like to be in the mix of it, kind of help? Sometimes people say, you know, it helps them push and keep them on focus if they're around people.
I'm a bit of both. Like, I am a chaser, so I do my best laps when I'm trying to follow to catch somebody. But here, I kind of set my fuel up about halfway. That way, I'm keeping as low fuel as possible in the car.
Right. Yeah, you know, that's a good point there. Seeing that coming out, these guys just nail it. These, I say guys, and I apologize, but these drivers just nail it. There were sometimes I'd hit that curb, and when you hit that curb, it would send you a little wider than what Juddy just there. It looks like the fourth place Haldane. It looks like he kind of hit that curb on the exit. You see how it's kind of just throws you out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the line you want to take too, is right over that curb.
You know, and again, I hate keep going back and forth between the cars, but in the F1 car, that felt so much better to hit than it did here in the F3 car. I felt like every time I hit that in the F3 car, I either was expecting a meatball flag or my car just to go one way or the other.
The rumble strip coming out of that chicane?
Yeah, there's like more of the what do they call those? The is it the turtles?
Yeah, coming out of there, I hit them several times.
Did it make your car feel uneasy at all?
Nah, I didn't get just maybe the tires. I didn't get the chassis under it.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, there's times I hit it good. It's kind of like Red Bull, where you hit that first strip there on turn one.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Sausage curb over the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, sausage curb. Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
There goes Easton. He really likes getting that car. He swings that thing out there a lot.
Well, I mean, you know, these guys and gal know what they're doing here. They're really using the entire track and getting every bit out of it. See, I feel like if I drove like that, though, I'd have an X. They don't get an X.
No, I was doing that whole race coming out that high.
Easton ended up with 11. And
yeah,
I think it was more so other corners. But
yes,
that
it was.
You can pretty much hit your tires all the way onto the curbing before he gave you one.
Yeah.
But see,
Easton, I think more of his came like those corners 4 and 5 where he was dipping off that one tire off in the sand a little bit.
Possibly.
So Emily pulling away for about, it was within that half second. So right outside, right inside, starting to pull away a little bit here through the center of the track down the straightaways. However, Easton able to really hold on, and that's another thing here that you see with it being an open setup style race is that you are going to have some guys that are a little faster through the corners and guys that are faster through the straightaways there. That's something I think all three of us have really enjoyed. Whoa, see, that's another way. If I'd have done that, I'd been in the wall.
Yeah, now right here is where I noticed in practice, Easton kept dipping those tires off in there, and then right around this next corner as well.
Yeah, the two Resmos, like I said, were my issue the whole race.
They're not just doing it one time and getting lucky. They're hitting that mark.
They're hitting it every time, yeah.
Every time, and that's
of course.
That pace
Easton was fast in practice, so of course I'm going to watch what he was doing.
100%. Yeah, if you don't watch Emily and Easton in this series, you're trying to get faster. I got a hint for you. You're probably not going to get faster, but I mean, man.
Yeah, I was more watching Easton because his aero setup was more the way my car was, so I was trying to get hints from him. He had the low drag on his car like I did.
Now it gets me even more excited though, because the field kind of got the feel for each other. They're all aware of who is who now. So I think that really just going into Fuji here next week will be a fun time.
Yeah, Fuji's going to be a fun race. There's some tracks on the schedule I think are going to be difficult, but I think it's going to be a fun season overall. Fuji's one I'm really looking forward to.
So that was another thing here since we do every other week. we selected between the official F3 series and what everybody wanted. Ray, we kind of did we did do a overall vote for the league and pick the schedule through that. So it's not 100% set. I know a lot of people like to have a set schedule before, but it is not 100% set because we only did the first 6 doing it. Oh, wow, Brad getting on that curb. See, that's what happens when I hit curbs. When they hit curbs, they make it look like Lewis and Max, like you were saying. When I hit curbs, I make it look like Lance Stroll. Derek taking advantage of that. I think Derek's going to be one of those guys that you really got to watch out for. He's going to show a lot of speed here through this series. Not only that, but he seems to be on top of his game when it comes to the strategy side of things as well.
Yeah, and Derek is a fast driver. You know that from the officials. He'll get in trouble sometimes, but he is one of them guys. If he's going to be around at the end of the race, he's usually up there.
So to determine amateur and pro, what we did was just went down the line, and everybody in the series was graded off their I rating. So the day we started, that's where we ended up. So Derek, not as pristine there as Biddy. You know that, Jetty?
Yeah. Like I told you, Biddy about that. I felt kind of bad because I pressured him to run a couple road races to get his I rating up so we could run together.
Biddy the pro. It's not Alexander the Great. It's Biddy the pro. Look at that. A move to the outside there. The 81 trying to stick at Easton. Couldn't put it there. A good little defensive move by Emily. I like it.
I almost think he just did that to let her know, hey, I'm still back here, because I don't think he would have really tried to make that move.
No.
I like it, but you see that defensive move there by Emily. Like, she may have thought it was coming.
Well, definitely got that.
You're getting used to people, because there's guys and officials, they'll throw that on you. No doubt about it. Here goes
they'll definitely run it down the outside there, and it's never going to work.
The 33, who was he passing there? Let's take a look. Oh!
I'm passing you.
74.
You were already around me. I was trying to get back around you.
The 33 there.
That is an ugly car, too. That yellow and green.
I'm sorry. That's what you put on your ride, your whip.
No, it's not.
So we need to do a pimp my ride for Scoot's vehicle here coming up. Derek doing a good job here. 24.
There were definitely times that Derek was faster than me.
He's battling with Brad. Brad's been doing a solid job. Who's behind them then? That's Biddy the pro. That's Biddy the pro.
Who's that in front of Brad?
In front of Brad is Derek Wynn.
Oh, okay. Derek.
See, and this is where I really start thinking, like, do I want to battle here or should I pop in? Because I don't think either of these guys, which I know, in fact, neither of these guys have pit yet. So you're really thinking, because you can make it to the end at this point, and you're saying to yourself, should I pop in? Should I just get it done? I think he had a little lockup right there, trying to hold him off and battle for the lead now. But do you guys think of that same thing there with the whole strategy when you're battling someone? Like, how long do I want to battle someone for, you know?
Yeah, and I always go in saying, hey, I'm going to try to pit here, but it usually ends up...
Oh, you 100% do. I know it.
But it usually changes because the race will circumstantial. Ooh! Oh, that had to hurt the car.
Derek over the curbs. I did that in practice. It makes you nervous. You don't have a motion rig, but you feel it in your VR.
Yep.
Oh, Brad going wide then. Brad taking it a little wide there. Derek getting back by. I think he got away with no damage, it looks like.
That's kind of amazing. I can't believe he still got his front wing and his suspension should be.
Yeah.
I mean, You've seen the cars on the real racing bra. Those cars have a lot of flex to them. I mean,
they do, but in the officials, man, it seems like if you there's certain things you just touch a little bit and
no!
I didn't know that happened.
They're going between. That's a hard place to make a move. I've seen it happen many a times throughout the officials.
Yeah. Scully's not a great place to pass.
We're starting to get a little sloppy here.
That's another try. They try to make that pass. Jeff, he was a little slow through the corner there. trying to get it, and 21 of Brandon Rutt holding off. He's being patient, yeah, and that's what you can't appreciate that enough. You have guys that are trying to learn each other, stuff like that, and you see the patience there by Brandon Rutt. He knows he can get around him. He knows he's got the speed, so he's up in the fourth now. Judson,
These two are just glued to each other.
Judson has pit at this point.
Yep. And probably made my mistake already into the second chicane. I broadsided those curbs. Just locked up the rears.
It's a hard time, man. You can hit those things hard.
Yeah, this setup that I was running, the rears were so quick to lock up. I was running so much front brake. It was not funny how much front brake I had to have in the car to not lock the rears up. But setup was comfortable, so I didn't want to change it.
Right, absolutely. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Two guys coming out of the pits here at the same time, making a good
run. Man, who's the 29?
29 is Jeff Morrell.
Oh, okay. I'd say you've already pitted by this time, haven't you, Sean?
Yes, I have. I'm behind Judson, asking him the same thing because I see him like, he's 20 seconds ahead of me now. So I'm thinking, oh man, if he's got a pit, I've got to run. He's like, yeah, I'm good. I've already pit. I was like, oh man. So I'm thinking 30 seconds is roughly what you're going to lose, I think, is what you were saying in the pits. Or it takes you
30 seconds without changing tires.
Even changing tires, I think I was about 30. Like I said, I managed my fuel. That way I was enough time for fuel to get tires, too.
Jeff kind of making a good rebound here, getting a good groove going.
I more so just did not want to have to keep a new set of tires up and be cautious for a lap.
Really, by the time I was out of the second chicane, they were fine. It just had to feather it into the two chicanes.
Yeah.
That's where I found myself getting it. Whoa!
Whoa! Oh, that was hard. Oh,
no!
Who was that?
Diddy the Pro.
I didn't even know that happened.
No.
Scott was a little bothered by that, but there was really nowhere for him to go there.
No.
Unfortunate. I think Jeff just said, that is the thing, though. If you try to correct these at all, that's the situation you can find yourself in.
Yeah.
You saw it grab then and just throw them. So Brandon and myself battle for the next 9 minutes and 13 seconds. It's like we are this close. I am looking in my mirror the entire time. It's like, man, get out of your mirror. I can't get out of my mirror. Get out of your mirror. I can't get out of my mirror. It was the most you have an absolute blast doing things like this, but at the same time, you can tell right there. I'm overdriving, underdriving it. I'm all over the mirror, trying to keep him behind me, especially this late in the race. Usually, I'm not too aggressive. Juddy's gonna have other things to say about that, but usually I'm not too aggressive until late in the race. Well, I got you late in the race, so
yeah, it was the last lap. So
you might agree with me then.
It was definitely real late in the race at Spa.
So he makes a little bit of a air himself, and I start to pull away just a little bit here. And we got a nice little line going behind us here, too.
Yeah.
We got that beautiful looking 74 machine and Brad in that 39.
No, Scott, you should think about keeping those colors. It looks good.
I have a really nice looking car if I spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on it, hey? Look at this. We're looking for the backside here of Sean Judson now. Is that what you run, Juddy?
Yep.
All right. See, yeah, this is you, Scott.
This must be a Scott thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a Scott thing.
I'll look at my trading paints here a little bit, see what's up.
So you've got the 29. Okay, so you just got around Jeff because we do have one fast repair through the league. So Jeff taking his quick repair there, getting back out. That was the one thing though too. I think guys that were a little slower were very respectful. They got out of the way. They didn't try to cause any drama between guys getting around them.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
You had their oopsies that we've
you
seen.
seem to have a little more respect in league racing than you do in some of the officials.
Oh,
Probably
for sure.
because they're guys you have to hang out with and talk with at least, once a week or.
I mean, there's still a lot of guys and officials that you see quite a bit, though.
There is, but you don't get that same level of respect all the time with the officials.
So Emily now has pit and is in second place.
Okay.
24
So
seconds behind.
We're getting pretty late in the race, so East has to probably pit this next lap.
Very soon. Because those two up in front aren't on any fuel save.
No, they were hammer down.
Here goes the 39 around the 74.
Yeah, 74 made a little mistake coming out of that corner, got a little dance with the hands, and the 39 got around.
Good toe down the front stretch, though.
Yes, I am.
That kind of always scared me too, though, is when guys would get in a tow when they weren't used to being in a tow for a few laps in that first corner, because you're going a lot faster. That toe is definitely. See, you can see Brad. I think he was kind of going to the inside.
He covered up that inside line. Yeah.
I don't know if he was covering it up as much as he was protecting his rear side to make sure you didn't lock up into him.
I think he was more saying, if you want it, you got to go around the outside, which I was not about to do.
It is really easy to lock up, too, when you follow somebody who have no air on the front end of the car.
Right. Yeah, I've seen it happen many a times.
Yeah, you can ask Biddy. I did it a couple times going into Ascari under practice because I was following him and he was braking a little early and I just lost the front end.
Brandon
So
will tell you the same thing with me.
What is Easton doing right now?
Emily's in now.
Okay, Easton and Emily, when they both pit, they did not put fuel in the car. And because Easton went that one extra lap, he ran out of fuel on the track and had to tow.
I was curious there because I saw Emily fall back and I was wondering maybe something happened. That's a cool ride there. I like that.
Both of the leaders, so even the people in first and second place with all the experience and the irate, they still make mistakes.
Juddy's over there. I see Juddy's eyes from here. I saw Juddy's eyes from here when they came out of the pits. You saw Juddy's eyes going down that front stretch, going, "Oh my God, we're going, baby, sure. We're going."
But as good as Emily and Easton had been, when Easton made that mistake and had to tow back, that's completely messed his whole race up. Now he's done.
Yeah, and then Emily, I came down the front stretch when she came out of the pits, like 6 seconds behind, and by the end of the race, she was just gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it looked like she changed tires too.
You hope at that point, like them coming out of the pits, they're out of their groove, maybe make a mistake, and it allows you. I mean, you're that close that there was almost that mistake.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put new tires on.
It does take some groovings of getting used to there to after that does happen. I agree there. So now Judson battling. Is that Biddy the pro in front of you?
That is Biddy the pro in front of me.
So you got a little help from a friend there telling you if you needed it. Derek not really pushing the case yet so far. Are you looking in your mirror at all at this case?
No, I tend to make a lot more mistakes when I look in the mirror, so I really didn't even think about it today. This race, I turned my relative off, except for brief glimpses at it. But other than that, I had everything off, so I had no distractions, so I didn't make a mistake.
I had to keep it as safe as possible there. I'm the same way, but like I said, that entire battle here between myself and the 21 there, Brandon Rutt, you can see we're still right there. And Brad Haldane's starting to catch us a little bit as well. I think if he was clear and didn't get into that incident there, that he'd be right in the mix.
Yep.
Actually, Haldane ends up making a mistake. And you're going to see it.
Hashtag spoiler.
Yep, right there. He just went in the
pits. He didn't put enough
because he did not put enough fuel in the car. So had to make a second.
fuel quite a bit of an issue here in this first race. That's why we did that though, is to kind of not be in it like an F1, because obviously you don't have the tire compounds, but you have the option to go to news, but you do have to stop one time for that refuel, because we start at 50% fuel. So that kind of gives it that F1 feel, because it is a quick pit stop with the fuel. I think, heck, I was in there for the pit stop itself was maybe 3-4 seconds.
Right. It's not much. I can't remember exactly the amount, and I know there were people saying, "Man, I think I might be able to make it on that," and it's just enough that it would really slow you down if you were having to go that slow to save that much fuel.
Somebody's gonna try it here.
Somebody will.
Somebody's gonna try it, because I don't think these have engine mapping though.
They don't. Not like the what is
I think
it?
on a slower track it'd be better, but here you're running flat out 3/4 of the lap. So it's really hard to save.
So probably you won't see that next week at Fuji, which is a pretty fast track. Pretty long straightaways at Fuji too.
Yeah.
If Emily didn't take it this time, she will take the white flag the next time by here. Judson's still holding on to second place. He gets around Biddy the Pro. What a race for Judson. No, Biddy.
Biddy got in there. Who's in third right now?
Third place is Derek.
Derek, I believe.
Derek. Fourth place is
Sean Stevens.
Sean. Fifth is
Brandon Rutt.
Brandon. Okay, that's your top 5 right now. Oh, you guys are right close.
We are right close. Yes, we are. He's from Quarryville. Do you know where that is, Juddy?
I've heard of it, but it's not
not around
my brain.
Not around the playground you grew up in.
No.
I gotcha. See, this is where I was so nervous, because man, you can lose so much. Or no, it wasn't. That was turn 1. It was the other ones that you lose so much time getting onto the straightaway. Man,
whoa!
Brandon really pushing it there.
Brandon, if he didn't get an X there, he was living on the edge.
Are you singing it to yourself right now? Because I am.
Yes.
100% I am.
Living on the edge.
You can't help yourself from falling.
I know.
Did you know that, though? I don't think you did.
I did.
This is the...
That's the hump you were talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the last lap. So Emily takes the checkered flag. Judson getting that second place there, going side by side with Biddy. That's a nice move there. And then after that incident there that I had, I just went ahead and said, Brandon, go ahead and take it. Because if not, I was going to penalize myself for nailing you anyways. Without that mistake, he would have had that, obviously. He could have been battling up there with Derek possibly for a podium. So yeah, I did feel terrible about that. We had a couple of incidents, but overall, let me get this out again. A pretty clean first race there. So like I said, just gets me excited. I don't know what the 33's doing here. Being a buffoon.
Well, luckily he didn't have the 0 incidents to get a bonus point, because you already did away with that when you took out Brandon, huh?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I think at 8 by the end of this one.
Do y'all know how many drivers ended up with didn't have any incident points?
Oh, you're going to tell us.
There was only one.
The great Scott Bino.
Is that you?
Oh, yeah. The 33 is going to celebrate a top 5, baby.
Oh, okay. I thought you just won the F1 championship or something.
Oh, man. Here comes Byron. This is a little tradition we all like to do at the end. Just have a little fun. He didn't even see me coming. I snuck up, and he just locks him up. That was
wow.
Cool. We'll see what other guys can do throughout the rest of the league.
If he had 0 incidents going into that, wouldn't you felt bad?
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't thinking about that. I'll have to call it out next time. So it looks like Emily, Judson, and myself are the top 3 in the pro division. Down in the armature division, you got Derek Wynn, Scott Schroeder himself, and Brad Haldane rounding out the top 3 there. So it should be a fantastic season, guys. Thanks so much for joining in tonight. Anybody you want to say hey to? Anybody you need to give a thanks to? Anything?
Just thank Boomer Button Box and iRacing iFlags and Butt Kicker and you guys here at CWTV. If anybody else is out there is looking for an F3 league, like I said, we got a few spots left.
Thank you guys for doing the broadcast and putting on the league. Thanks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a run it was. Good one there. We got 2 weeks.